Hey everyone, it's me again. I know it's been a while, but yeah, I've been busy, and more school, and I'm also really lazy. But basically, I'm here to talk to you guys about my dreadlock journey. It's been a year and 7 months since I've had my dreads done, and I'm really loving them, but I guess I really want to talk about dyeing them, and all that kind of stuff. So basically, last time you saw me, I had dip-dyed dreads. I had them blonde, I had them purple and pink, and then I went to like a dark green, kind of a forest green, and then I went back to brown. And that was all fine and good, except it basically killed my dreads. I lost a good inch and a half, which is like 4 centimeters in metric. And then I was just really quite disappointed because they were here and they were just ratty, they felt yucky, just weren't what I really wanted to have as dreadlocks. And so what was really good is my family and I had a trip planned to Thailand. So when I was over there, which is where I got my dreadlocks done last time, I was able to get them done again by the same ladies, which was fantastic. And so I ended up getting extensions. Yeah, I'll do this, and then you can look. So yeah, they're really long now, and they're luscious and fantastic. And you can't as you couldn't last time. You can't tell that I've had extensions in. And they just look really rather healthy, and I'm really happy with them. So if you are ever lucky enough to go to Thailand, then I would strongly suggest going to these women. They charge basically nothing. I mean, it cost me $100 and something to get them all my dreads fixed up. Like, they were a mess. I mean, I had bits that were, a pin drop, they were just gonna fall out, and my dreads were in terrible condition. They spent 5 hours, cost $100. I mean, in Australia that would have cost you close to $300. So I don't know what it's like for other countries, but I was so stoked, and it was fantastic. I mean, they do them really tight, and so the first couple of days you're just kind of in pain because it hurts, but then you get back and you wash them, and you get used to them, and they're so good. I mean, I get compliments all the time. People, they think they're real dreads. They are real dreads, but people think it's my own hair. I mean, I've gone out so many times and had people compliment me on my hair, which is fantastic. So yeah, I guess I've been getting also a lot of questions about, how I style my hair, how I maintain it, getting a job as well. People they look at me and they're like, how do you get a job? Do you have any regrets having dreadlocks? As well as school, people often wonder how I go about at school, having dreadlocks and that kind of stuff. So I guess I'm going to go through all of those, and then we'll hopefully do this in under 10 minutes. So basically, I style them pretty much like this, or to the side. It usually looks a little nicer than that, but I'm just going to have a shower. I also sometimes put them in a bun, which I'll probably see if I have a picture and I'll pop it in. As well as sometimes I do panda ears. I'll try and put pictures in of all this stuff, as well as what colour I had my dreads and stuff at the end of the video, so you can see how that's happened. And getting a job. Okay, so at the moment I don't have a job. I have been rejected from several jobs, but it hasn't been because of my hair. They've specifically said, look, it's not because you have dreadlocks. We like your dreadlocks, we like your hair, it's gorgeous kind of thing. But they don't. They didn't, want to hire me. They didn't have a job for me, or, one of them said it was the way I was dressed. I mean, I thought I looked pretty spiffy, but it was a supermarket. What can you expect? So, yes. And then school. I mean, I'm really, really lucky in that I go to a school, we don't have a uniform, it's an adult learning environment, as they like to call it. Don't know, it happens. Which is basically, you know, we don't have detention, we don't have bells, all that kind of stuff that you see in normal high school. We're very much independent. You know, I actually get a lot of teachers asking me about my hair, which is great and cool, and like they always really like it. They haven't judged me negatively for it. Maintaining wise, I don't really do anything anymore. Like, my dreads have gotten to the point where they're pretty good. I mean, occasionally I'll like palm roll the tops because they're getting a bit frizzy. Basically though, dandruff. Dandruff. If you've had dreads, you will know that is such an issue. Like, you'll be sitting there and it's just all up in your dreads, and you know, people, you know, it's gross and people don't like it. So I have discovered it's fantastic. So you get baking powder, so the stuff that you put in cakes to make it rise, the stuff that's mixed with self-raising flour to make it self-raising, and you mix it with shampoo. So you get you get the dye bowls that you get, and you get the brush, and you mix it all around, and it fizzes up, and it's all fantastic. And you put it in your hair, and you massage it all into your scalp. You don't do these parts, they're fine, but you just get all up in here, and and then you let it sit. Now, because I scratch my head often, as well as, you know, I have a sensitive scalp and stuff, it ends up burning a little bit, but it's worth it. I mean, it's quick, it's easy, and it's cheap, and it's a dreadlock, like a dandruff-free solution for dreadlocks, which many people struggle with. Like, I mean, I see dreadlocks all the time with manky dandruff, and I just want to tell them about my little secret. But yeah, so I have plans to lighten my dreads. I mean, I just want kind of like just a slightly lighter brown, kind of strip some dye out of it and make it kind of a, like, not even sandy brown, just like a mid-brown tone as opposed to the dark brown that I have. But yeah. So this is just kind of shameless self-promotion I'm going to get into now. So my sister and I, we both have dreadlocks. We also have a dreadlocking business called Dreadlocks by Dreadlocks. So if you are in Victoria in Australia, we're stationed in Ballarat, but we're willing to drive to anywhere to get to do people's dreadlocks. We only charge $30 an hour, which is really cheap. I mean, we originally charged $50, but we felt it was a little bit steep because we still wanted to be competitive with the hairdressing salons. So it's all natural. We don't use any chemicals, no wax, nothing like that. We just use the back comb and crochet method. So if you would like to see the results of like my work, you can go look at my sister's dreadlocks. Her channel is Morgan, so Morgan A10, so TAN. So Morgana 10. She's on YouTube. She's fantastic, and so I did her dreads, so that's kind of part of our portfolio, as well as we maintain each other's dreads and stuff. So if you like the way our dreads look, then go look at them and come get them done. Unfortunately, we can't travel overseas because we're poor, so unless you really want us to do dreads, then you can pay for our tickets and stuff, and we'll come see you guys. I guess other things, if you have any questions, feel free to leave them down the bottom, but I'll give you a couple of links if you want to ask questions. You know, follow me on Instagram and that kind of stuff, if you're interested. So my Instagram is Melissa Tannard, MELISSATANNARD, no spaces, no underscores, just Melissa Tannard. And my Tumblr is the same, so it's www.melissatannard.tumblr.com. So if you have any questions, ask them there. But also be sure to go through, because I answer pretty much the same questions over and over and over and over again, which is getting really repetitive. So yeah. Also, if you have any ideas for videos that you'd like me to do, let me know and I can see what I can do, and I can probably answer them in a video. Alright, well, I hope this kind of enlightened you guys. So thank you.